Every accounting team knows the pressure of period end close. The last thing that pressure needs is an ERP system that creates dependencies between periods, one that makes it harder for your team to work freely across them, requires fudging transaction dates to get postings into the right period, or adds steps before you can start processing the new year's payroll. Carillon eliminates all of that. NetSuite's architecture introduces it. Carillon is a period-driven system. You define your periods, up to 366 per year, with user-defined date ranges for each period, covering any range from 1950 to 2049, and all of them can be opened simultaneously. Closing a period is a single checkbox. Check it, and no further transactions can post to that period. Uncheck it, and the period is open again, even if it is years in the past. If all periods in a year are closed, the year is closed. If you need to reopen a year from 5 years ago, you uncheck the relevant period checkboxes. There is no checklist, no sequence of required tasks, no cascade effect on subsequent periods. A transaction posts to the period you explicitly assign it to. Your team can be posting into last month, this month, and next month simultaneously, with no dependency between them. You never have to complete year-end 1099 or W-2 processing before beginning payments in the new year. NetSuite transactions carry two separate fields, a transaction date and a posting period. Financial statements are prepared based on the posting period, not the transaction date. When a period is closed, any transaction dated within that period must be redirected to an open period, either by changing the transaction date or by manually selecting a different posting period. NetSuite provides a system-level preference called Allow Transaction Date Outside of Posting Period, with 3 settings: disallow, warn, or allow. The existence of that preference, and the fact that it requires a deliberate configuration decision, reflects how common the mismatch problem is in practice. NetSuite implementation partners document date-period mismatch as a recurring issue that requires saved searches and manual cleanup, noting that a company may want to enter the actual date of a vendor bill, but since the previous period has already been closed, they will post to the current period for financial purposes. NetSuite's period close process involves a multi-step sequential checklist. Oracle's own documentation states that before year-end close can occur, all periods in the year should be closed. Each period has a checklist of tasks: locking AR, locking AP, locking payroll, resolving foreign currency revaluations, eliminating intercompany transactions, and more, that are intended to be completed in sequence. Oracle's documentation also states that payroll year-end tasks should be completed before year-end close. If a closed period needs to be reopened to make an adjustment, NetSuite requires all subsequent closed periods to be reopened as well. A cascading effect that means reclosing multiple periods afterward. NetSuite's period format choices are also limited to 3 structures: standard calendar months, 12 periods, 4-week periods, 13 periods, or a 4-4-5-week cycle. Carillon's period management was designed around how accounting teams actually work, with the flexibility to move freely across periods, the simplicity of a single checkbox to open or close them, and no dependencies that turn a routine adjustment into a multi-step reclose process.